brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. Here's the kicker, Harrison Mevis, out to get us started. And off we go from Minneapolis. Now some razzle-dazzle here to start the game. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. London brought in motion. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Pass is caught. It's Tyler Scott. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mayfield. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. His kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Now Brown. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it, and they say it's 4th and inches. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On 2nd down, Baker. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 after Vikings 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Quick throw here is complete. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Baker to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
That's taken in by Franklin.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
On 4th down, Mayfield. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. George Kittle. Touchdown, Steelers. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
Makes the score Steelers 10, Vikings 7. Harrison Davis to kick off.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. From the 6, here comes a return. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Back to the air once more on second down. He runs with it. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Steelers with the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Third down, 3 to go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to hit the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away. Back to the air again on second and 10. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Throwing now on third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. On play action, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll send him over to the left. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, it will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A throw complete to Scott. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. So Kittle comes in motion. Wow. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards on that one. Taken down back at the 6-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Harrison Davis to kickoff.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play run after catch.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. To throw is Mayfield. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. Mayfield to throw. This throw left side caught by Kittle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And he's into the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Back to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Throwing is Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Here comes a reverse. He's to midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
With the score, Steelers 31, Vikings 7.
All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. They face second down and 7. Here's Mayfield. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. He will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
The score, Steelers 38, Vikings 7. Harrison Davis to kick
Both
off.
teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Down the field and caught on that left sideline. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. He'll look to throw. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
2nd down and 8. To throw is Mayfield. That's caught by Gibbs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. So Kittle comes in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll find Brown out of the backfield.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
At the 44-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They hand it to Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. They go play action with Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
These are the situations why, Mike, that some teams continue to keep a fullback on the roster. You get into these 3rd and short situations, just hand it to the big guy, put your head down, pick up the 1st down.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Baker. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
And he'll spin out of the tackle. Winds up getting about 6 yards. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Baker to throw. This pass is caught by Scott. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
So, these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Now Mayfield. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. 2nd and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with the win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Whoa. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's Gibbs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
A carry here for Brown. Give him 14 on that play. 1 1st down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Here comes the jet sweep. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
The tight end going in motion to the left. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.